सवे करुणाम्बुरासी धीं तारा जतुलतो प्राणमे नाट्यं चेसे गतुलतो
एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि.
We know that Vignan Institute of Law was started in the year 2020, and I would like to share this information with you that sir was the first person who took this effort to start or to think about a law school. Talking about the National Law Day, as you all are aware that we celebrate this day because Constitution of India was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on 26 November 1949. So at that time I was thinking that after independence, after so many years, 75 years, can't we rewrite or interpret it in such a manner so that anyone, any person of some other background, engineering background, management background, he can understand the Constitution well enough. So I request all the students, all the teachers, all the fraternity in the society to come forward and to translate this wonderful book which we wrote 75 years back, so that any individual, any citizen of the country can read it, understand it, and we can spread an information. Majority of the people, they heard about this document, and many people, they read it, but very few, they understand it.
It's an occasion to say a few words about the birth of Indian Constitution, in the sense that today we are celebrating National Law Day or Constitution Day. Because when I was addressing a large gathering of politicians and administrators, one leader, I don't know whether knowingly, unknowingly, or I only pray, Lord, not to keep him so ignorant of law. He said that 50 years now past, Indian Constitution has become too old. We should throw it into Bay of Bengal. Then when my turn came, I told, can you make a new constitution like this and then we will think of throwing it? And much less, Bay of Bengal will not accept anything that doesn't suit it. If you throw it, the next minute it will come onto the shore. The Constitution of India is too heavy. The whole sea may be sucked out. Please don't talk that way. We don't have those legal luminaries today, that expertise today with us, who can make a better document than this. Because everything is structured with certain goals, aims and aspirations. Therefore, I just want to convey to my young friends that Indian Constitution is a blessing for us. My young friends should understand what transpired between the draftsmen of the Constitution. Okay, this is the correct day to remember those things. Because I'm a great lover of the literature that has gone by in making this constitution. I have the original text of draft constitution in India. You know, probably we all know and speak about Ambedkar. No doubt. Ambedkar, many people say Ambedkar is father of the constitution. If Gandhi is the father of the nation, Ambedkar is father of the country. No doubt about it. Ambedkar put his heart and soul into this constitution. Who structured the skeleton of the Indian Constitution? It was B.N. Rao who structured the skeleton. But simple skeleton won't do anything for us. Then he said, Ambedkar, please fill the skeleton with blood and flesh. I can't do that. I have only structured, I am an engineer. I'm an architect, I have structured only the skeleton. Because the skeleton which I have structured, I believe, it's supposed to be in future a democratic constitution aiming at establishing parliamentary democracy with cabinet system, a fine mix of British and American political institutions. Oh, beautiful thought. So Ambedkar was asked, Ambedkar, you are the greatest of the draftsmen in India. Your acumen, your knowledge is unmatchable. Please fill this skeleton with blood and flesh. Oh, Ambedkar said, sir, it's a great task you gave me. Because if I prepare wrong flesh with wrong blood, it won't survive. Therefore, taking the ideas at every stage, Ambedkar filled that skeleton with blood and flesh. That is the draft. After preparing the draft, of course, the original draft prepared under 1935 Act by the B.N. Rao was seen all through, what to do, what not to do. After he filled the skeleton with blood and flesh, named it as Indian democracy, a union of states, not United States. He asked B.N. Rao, sir, you structured the skeleton, I filled the skeleton with blood and flesh, but now this is only a body, dead body. What is the use of this body? Who will give life to this body? B.N. Rao said, don't worry, Ambedkar. People will give life to it. Because we are not competent to give life to this document. Only people can give. That's we find in the preamble which you have drafted. We the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a socialist, secular, democratic republic. That is the life. It can't go beyond that. If it is not in agreement with the constitutional provisions, that statute is deemed as ultra vires, unconstitutional. This is beyond the scope. So no law can be beyond the scope of the constitution. All the three put together is democracy. Freedom, equality, fraternity. Which all the three you don't find in dictatorship, in other forms of governance. So democracy, so they struggled for democracy. Finally they got democracy. And they wanted a constitution like Indian constitution. Therefore they requested us. Now here, what I would like to say in conclusion is, MPs asked me what type of constitution they want. But then I only asked one question to all of them. Okay, you all are happy because you have got democracy back from dictatorship. But one thing you remember, you struggled for 300 years to get democracy, but you may require 3,000 years to protect democracy. So ultimately, the entire burden is on the people who work it. People who work it means we the people. And to remember democratic criteria of Abraham Lincoln, government by the people, of the people, for the people. And it is for you now to start thinking whether it is of the people, really. Is it by the people in strict sense? Is it for the people in true sense? Thank you very much.
చూపులతో గుచ్చి గుచ్చి చంపకే మేరే హాయ్
లెటర్ వచ్చి 2 minutes కూడా కాలేదు, జాబ్ వచ్చిన 3 ఉత్సాహం 2 సర్వనాశనం అయి చేసావు.
అయితే నేను నీకు వద్దా?
చెప్పే మామ వద్దని చెప్పే మామ, బ్యాక్ టు సింగిల్ కింగ్ లో.
అంతేనా?
నువ్వు అందుకే సింగిల్ గా ఉన్నావు, కామ్ గా ఉండు. చెప్పేసారండి, మీరు అర్జెంట్ గా రారా?
వస్తున్నాను, ఉన్న మెల్ల జరిగింది.
తొందర రండి మావయ్య గారు. ఆర్య ఆర్య ఏంటి ఆర్య?
క్షణం కూడా నిన్నే బుజ్జమ్మా బుజ్జమ్మా ఏం
సరదాగా చందమామనే చేతి వేళ్ళపై నిలబెడతావా? 10 రంగుల రామ చిలుకతో ప్రేమ పలుకులే పలికిస్తావా?